What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the MW3 Remastered HOAX and why I don't think we're ever going to see a remaster for any of the Golden Age Call of Duties in the future. So let's get into it. Now with the HOAX, it's pretty simple to figure out how that started. You know, one guy makes a video, everybody else follows in line. It's complete sheep mentality nonsense. And then they get all disappointed. That's the funny part. You get all these guys whining and crying when they find out that there's not going to be a remaster. It's like, dude, they had ages to remaster these games, and they never did. It goes back to, you know, the whole MW2 remastered thing that people were talking about all the time, you know, especially around like 2019. They were saying that, oh yeah, bro, there's definitely going to be a remaster of that game. It's the 10-year anniversary. How could they not do it? Well, they did it partially. They did the campaign only, not the multiplayer. Does that make any sense? Like, to me, that's the most asinine decision in the world, but it just goes to show you that they don't care about the fans. Yeah, the campaign remaster, that's cool, but you're just going to spend money for updated graphics for the story mode, like no multiplayer, even though that's one of the most popular things in Call of Duty history is MW2's multiplayer. It's essentially what made the game blow up. Without that game, without that multiplayer, no one would talk about Call of Duty the way that they do today. It's the facts, dude. MW2's multiplayer spawned trick-shotting, it spawned like ill cams, all that shit. Yeah, dude, that's when COD started to blow up, when people started to talk about it. That's how it was. And they decide, let's just do the campaign and completely scrap the idea of remastering the multiplayer. And the reason that they did that is because they knew that Modern Warfare 2019 wouldn't have sold worth a shit if they did it. And that's the exact same thing that's going on with the MW3 Remastered HOAX. It's not going to happen because next year's COD is Modern Warfare 4, aka MW 2019 Part 4. Yeah, so no, they're not going to release such a good game alongside the modern day fucking trash heap because it's not going to sell worth a shit. That's just the facts, dude. The facts are not attacks. And if you think that they're ever going to do it, they're not. Anyone that bought into that stuff, they were baited, they were lied to, and getting upset about it is a complete and total waste of time. Just is. Because if they were really to do this, like say that they actually were going to skip a year of yearly release and just remaster a game instead, then you have to look at would it actually be the original game with just an update of graphics? Would it truly just be a definitive edition of Modern Warfare 3? And the answer to that is no. Because obviously, as time shows, it's not been like that in the past. When they remastered COD 4 alongside Infinite Warfare, what did they do with it that ruined the game, that made people quit playing it? I'll tell you what. They added in microtransactions, the fucking loot boxes, dude. The gay-ass supply drops that literally gave people pay-to-play guns and showed this company's greed. They were charging people like $20 to get one gun out of a supply drop because you had to buy COD points and keep, spinning them. It's completely random, and people tested this, and they were spending $20 a piece to get one gun and a bunch of other stupid-ass cosmetic items that were essentially used as salvage points to give you enough to buy the weapon in the first place. And then these guns were pay-to-play, like the Lynx CQB that had 0 recoil, whereas COD 4 is a game that actually has a decent amount of recoil on most guns. Okay? So, yeah, they added pay-to-play shit in there. It pissed people off, and it ruined the game. So if you think that that wouldn't happen if they were to remaster MW3 or Black Ops 1, any of these Golden Age CODs, you're completely wrong. I hate to break it to you. But yeah, they'd ruin it, dude. You'd have Teletubbies and whatever other ridiculous skins, Ninja Turtles, Peter Griffin, running around on these classic Call of Duty games with updated graphics that they probably would charge you $40 to $50 just for the graphics enhancement. So it's a rip-off both ways. You're not getting the true experience, you're not getting the true immersion, and they're charging you all that money for just an update in graphics. No extra guns, just more microtransactions, more corporatist fucking greedy bundles so they can make some extra money off of their game that's not selling worth of a shit because no one trusts this greedy ass company anymore. That's the truth. That's why, honestly, I don't think they're ever going to do it in the first place due to the fact that they have to push out their new game. And despite the sales really sucking for a game like Black Ops 7, it still shows it in the top 5 on console. So what does that prove? Does it prove that console players just have nothing to play? Because on PC it's down in like the 30s. No one gives a shit about it on PC. And keep in mind, it's technically 3 games in one. It's not just Black Ops 7, it's Warzone, BO7, BO6. It's all 3 games combined into one algorithm that can't even hit the top 30 on PC on the Steam charts. It's so low that there's like 15,000 players on it. But then you go look on console, and it's like number 2 to number 5 every time. It's like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Are they just completely lying about the numbers, or is it just people taking advantage of the free-to-play Warzone, which is most likely what it is? If they were to just put BO7 alone and separate it from Warzone, it would be much lower on every single platform. So, you know, it just proves that the games aren't selling well, and the only way that they even make money to continue to do the yearly release so they don't get shut down and they can meet their little shareholder numbers is the microtransactions. That's why they love the skins so much. Because without them, you know, these games wouldn't be selling worth a shit, and it'd be another dead franchise like Max Payne or Halo. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.